Question 7. A curve C is defined by the parametric equations 4 minus e to the 2 minus 6t over 4. Find the exact value of dy by dx, and y is e to the 3t over 3t, where t is equal to 1 to 2/3. Okay, so first of all we're going to have to find dx dt, dy dt. Okay, so let's see. Dx by dt. The constant's going to disappear when we differentiate. The e to the negative 2, so it's a chain rule problem. 2 minus 6t, if I differentiate this, it's going to go to negative 6. So this is minus negative 6 e to the 2 minus 6t over 4. The constant on the bottom won't disappear, okay, because it's being divided, it's not being added on. Okay, the constant at the start, whoops, I missed it, is being added on, that's why it disappeared. If you wanted to rewrite it as 1 minus e to the 2 minus 6t, with that one being over 4, and that might make more sense as to why the 1 disappears but the 4 doesn't, the 4 on the bottom doesn't. Okay. Alright. Dy by dt. So this is a quotient rule, so f is equal to e to the 3t, g is equal to 3t, f dashed is equal to 3e to the 3t, g dashed is equal to 3. I think you guys know it as differentiate the first times the second or something, or write the first, differentiate the second, minus write the second, differentiate the first, over, or something like that. However you remember the quotient rule, this is way easier using the quotient rule than the product rule. Okay, so f dash g, 3 e to the 3t times 3t minus fg dashed 3 e to the 3t over g squared, 3t squared. Simplifying that, I get 9t e to the 3t minus 3e to the 3t over 9t squared. I can cancel out a common factor of 3, so I get 3t e to the 3t minus e to the 3t over 3t squared. Alright, so haven't finished yet, we've got to get dy by dx. Dy by dx is equal to dy by dt divided by dx by dt, which is, in this case, 3t e to the 3t minus e, let's rub that out because that doesn't make sense, minus e to the 3t all over 3t squared divided by, I'm going to cancel out, so minus minus becomes a plus, that becomes 3 over 2. 3e to the 2 minus 6t over 2. Okay, so when I divide fractions I can flip it upside down and change it to times. So this is going to go to the numerator of the top fraction, and this is going to go to the denominator of the top fraction. Alright, so this is equal to 2 times 3t e to the 3t minus e to the 3t over 3t squared 3e to the 2 minus 6t. And now I'm going to substitute in t equals 2/3. Okay, so 2 brackets 3 times 2/3 e to the 3 times 2/3 minus e to the 3 times 2/3 divided by 3 times 2/3 squared 3e to the 2 minus 6t. Okay, so lots of things are going to cancel out here, so that 3 cancels out with that one there, that 3 cancels out with that one, that 3 cancels out with that one. Both of these 3's, so that 3 is squared, it's going to cancel out with all of those. Okay, so what we're left with is 2 brackets 2e squared minus e squared all divided by 4e, whoops, I forgot to put the 2/3 in there. 2 minus 6 times 2, so 6 times 2/3 is 4, so 2 minus 4 is negative 2. Okay, so those are going to cancel out down to 2. E squared, 2e squared minus e squared is just e squared. That's e squared. When you divide, you subtract the power, so 2 minus negative 2 is 4, so that gives me e to the 4 over 2. Again, marking for this question was a bit brutal, really. So you got a mark for getting this here. You didn't have to simplify it as long as it was correct. Anything wrong in there, you did not get that mark. You got 2 marks for this one here. You got 1 mark, I guess, for recognizing it was the quotient rule. And having, for recognizing it was the quotient rule, basically. And 1 mark for actually doing the simplification or getting it correct. You could get that by doing the product rule, but as I said, it was just much easier to use the quotient rule. Okay, you then got 1 mark for clearly showing this or this, so that your dy by dx was dy by dt divided by dx by dt. You didn't have to have anything really correct there, you just had to have clear evidence that that was what you were trying to do. And then you got your final mark for e to the power 4 over 2. No follow through, anything like that. You either got it as e to the power 4 over 2 or you did not get that mark at all. Okay, I'll do 7b and c on another video. Unfortunately, I'm out of time.